Well, let's just hope my mic holds out. I've got two out of 4 bars, so we'll see how that goes. Alrighty. I want to thank you for coming by, and I want you to remove any negative thoughts, vibrations, feelings from your mind. Take a deep breath in for 4, hold it for 3, and release it for 7. Let that negativity go. So, now, what type of energy did you bring to the channel? What is it that you are looking to find out, looking to expand on? What is it that you do you feel like you have a blind spot, and that's why you're here? Well, we're going to get started. So, a lot of my videos lately, I do a little this particular brand of tea, which I'm covering up the name. It has like a little tag on their tea bag string, and it has a little like a little something that's enlightening, empowering, whatever. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and open this up, and this is my beautiful swag that I got from the show Wicked. I did attend the Broadway show, but I didn't. I actually didn't go to the movie because I didn't want to ruin my experience from the show, the live show. So anyway, our tea tag today is unity is the way of grace and harmony. That's something to think about. Alrighty, so while I let my tea bag steep for a few minutes, we are going to get started. Well, I did mention my name is Friday, and this is the 420 Tarot Lounge. So, okay, well, I didn't even get to have anything out. We have the Knight of Cups. Let's keep shuffling because we haven't put energy into this yet. Oh my goodness, what is going on here? They're really getting shuffled up. Wowee. Good. Okay, Sovereign. Our beautiful soul here today is looking for... There's something missing, and they're looking to see if they have any blind spots. Is this something that you could elaborate on? The Moon. Okay. Okay, so it seems to me that what you should be seeing and are not able to see is somehow you're being distracted from it. The Magician. Okay, so what are the distractions? 10 of Wands. Yeah. Distractions. They're making you, tiring you out, making you, and now you're at the, I'm going to say you're at the end of your rope as you've had enough. Okay. King of Cups. Four of Swords. I do sometimes read reversals and sometimes I don't. I think a lot of that depends on how the card feels in my hand. Okay, so this one hit the table first, the Devil. Knight, Knight of Wands. Wow. And the Page of Wands. Okay. Yeah. King of Pentacles. You see all those cards? Good? Good. Okay. All right. Okay. So there was there is, you are aware that you have blind spots and you're having a hard time identifying where they are. So I want to say that I encourage discernment when consulting tarot or any other mystical or spiritual pathway. But you are here because you are trying to clear your blind spot. Okay, so, and like I said, it's as though the blind spots, so like on a car, you have a frosted, if your country or where you're from experiences winter, you'll understand this analogy. So when your windshield or your back window in the wintertime, or in the fall, late fall, early spring, will develop a frost on it. And it's got to be scraped off with a plastic scraper so you don't scratch the window. Um, but it's not the the frost is the distraction or the block, and then I feel like there's something projected onto it, like a uh, oh, what do they call that? Like a projection screen. Those, I don't know if they still make those. Do they? Or that's for watching movies or whatever. Um, and that distraction was to make you feel as though the frost on the window um, was normal. I don't know how else to explain that. Like that, it's supposed to be there. It's always there. It cannot be removed. You know, like that kind of thing. Okay, it feels to me that so normally the King of Pentacles, his nickname is the King of Cash to some tarot readers, but I see him as being the master of resources. So he would be like he would be like an advisory to the magician, if I can say it that way, advisory to the magician. So yeah, I guess, or a confidant, maybe, you know, whatever, like that kind of thing. But it seems to me that um, a mentor, this devil card. Normally, I don't see the devil card as being evil, but I kind of see it that way today. Today, by the way, is July 30th, 2026. Um, for some reason, this card feels more deceptive than the others. Let's see. Let's look at these two cards. When you look at the flames, they look like it's. This looks like it's a different artist that sketched this than, or however you want to put that, than done this one. That's how this one feels to me today. So it's an imposition, a very this um, distraction, or these distractions are intended to impose on you. And then also, I feel like this King of Cups, with this Devil card here, is I'm hearing guilt factory. Okay, um, the your emotions, that type of thing, are being played on. Okay, um, and that tends to, it feels to me like that tends to give you a little bit of a defensive spunk, and that's not always. It also, it feels like you lose your words too sometimes. I feel like you find it hard to think on your feet. Okay, and that's what this devil is taking advantage of. Okay, this devil energy. So this could be anything from a roommate, a best friend, or what you think is a best friend, we'll say, spouse, another family member, a co-worker, a boss, whatever. Okay, so in an employment type, um, awakening, I guess you could call it, it would be that um, to get to this position, um, you've got to do all these other things, but it feels as though it would be as though they were telling you, okay, you want to do this, but all these kinds of things have to be done, but you're doing this right now, so you don't have an opportunity to do all that, and you may never get the opportunity to do all that. So they've put that block in there, and then they've put those other responsibilities on you as a distraction. I don't know if you get. I know you can just quit if you want, but there's you're not being directed a channel. This is how you go about doing it. Okay, and I think that and that could be because there's a little bit of you pose a little bit of a threat to them. Maybe you're smarter than them, better looking than them. There's some kind of advantage. Maybe you're more educated than they are. There's there's an element of a threat that they feel from you, and the power that they, in their position, a kind of affords them that soft power. Okay, so keep an eye out for that. Okay, somebody that's trying to impose some soft power on you, and maybe even pulling at your emotion. But I feel here that you're. I want to call this a mentorship. But it feels to me like you're seeking something out, or you want to seek something out. Okay, we're going to get a few more cards here, like we always do. Oh, it's nice and warm here, but in a couple hours, it's going to be mucky, like hot and sticky and bleh. Anyway, You can't have summer without, or you can't have winter without summer, right? Emperor. The Ace of Wands. Ten of Wands. Two of Swords. I feel like this mentorship here, it's I think it not only starts to clear the windshield, if I can continue to use that analogy, but I think it also gives you some insight, I don't want to say mental maturity, but this mentorship opens your mind to um, to being able to take charge, to being able, what kinds of tools, like personal tools, I guess, that are advantageous for you to learn, and that you can learn. You don't have to go back to school. You don't, like, just personality. I'm not going to say change your personality, but what I'm saying is expand on it. Okay, that's what I feel like this mentorship is. Now, I say that, but I also see that there's a lot of fire here. Fire, 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 fire. Okay, a little bit of water, a little bit of air. Um, only one. Well, that's water too. But this is earth. Um, okay. This Ten of Wands, as opposed to this one, this Ten of Wands is it's as though um, there's a lot to take in once the screen is cleared. So that could be emotional, maybe maybe new learning, um, or you've been through a heck of a lot in this growth. There's been some pressure. Okay, this Two of Swords is like I almost feel like there's even a little bit of contempt for those that blocked your way, hid the path. Okay, so this Two of Swords for me is like you allowed them up until now to suppress you or hold you back, making you believe that it was your choice. That's what this Devil is. And because they feel threatened by you. So now you've gone on, I'll call it a quest. You found somebody, you found something that this emperor represents that is allowing you to expand somehow. Like I said, your personality, your education, your maturity, um, your opinions, all those kinds of things. Okay, this is giving you an opportunity to expand. Now, it feels to me that during this, we'll call it expansion. Okay, um, some of the stuff you learned is gut wrenching. And I feel like the Two of Swords is representing not so much what are you going to do about it, but more of, are you going to allow them to steal that energy from you? You're on fire here. It feels to me like there's so much energy going into this that there's zero energy going into how do we go forward? How are you going to go this way? Okay. So as you go through this process, be mindful of who's putting up your roadblocks, who's putting blinders on you or blinding you. Okay. And the I'll call it the primal reaction is not appropriate. I don't know how else to put that. I think that it's more than a grudge that you're going to end up with here if you allow it. So I want you to take another deep breath in for 4, hold for 3, release for 7. Let that negative out. And you need to be able to recognize when your mind is taking you on a path it's not gonna get you anywhere. Okay, and that is something that, like, cause of these distractions, it's a habit, right? It's muscle memory. It's, or whatever they call that you tend to want to go back that way, or that can be drawn back that way, and that may not be helpful for you. So I want to thank you for stopping in here to the 420 Tarot Lounge. And again, my name is Friday. If you enjoy my interpretation of the cards, all I ask is that you smash that like button, pass that puff. And if you want to see my messages, the messages that come from the cards that I interpret in your algorithm feed, go ahead and hit the subscribe. It'll help me grow my channel. Yeah, I'm going to admit that. I hate the self-promotion crap, but for some reason, YouTube recommends we remind you. So I'm just going to leave it at that. I hope you have a wonderful day. Remember, you are a beautiful soul. Namaste.